What is going on YouTube? It is All Things Mets Media, and this video is going to be about Buck Showwalter, and is he losing it as a manager? Is the age getting to him? Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy Mets content, if you enjoy anything about the Mets. Let's get into today's video, but definitely, guys, Buck Showwalter, last night, his decision to, put David Robertson in a situation in the 8th inning to face the 8 and 9 and the first hitter, of the Cardinals, was not a great decision. It literally backfired, and Buck Showalter, got a lot of heat for it. Adam Ottavino, came in the 9th inning and gave it up. And, listen, Buck Showalter has just not made the best decisions this season. This season hasn't gone right for him. This season hasn't gone right for the Mets in general. But last night's decision was very weird. It wasn't a good decision. It had a lot of people shaking their head, and it wasn't a good decision at the end of the day, because why would you bring in David Robertson to go against the guys in the 8th inning, in the 8th and 9th, and first hitter? You want David Robertson, which is your best, your best. He's your best reliever. He's your closer. He's the one that you want facing Nolan Arenado, Paul Goldschmidt in a big situation to close out the game, to even make, to keep the game close. That's what you want out of David Robertson. And Buck Showalter last night made a horrible decision and putting David Robertson in the 8th inning. Yes, David Robertson had a clean 8th inning, but in the 9th inning, he brought in Adam Ottavino, and Adam Ottavino gave it up. He gave it up to Nolan Arenado, a go-ahead home run on the fastball or sinker it was, and it just wasn't the right decision. A lot of people were shaking their head. I was shaking my head. I just didn't understand the decision. And, a lot of things, Buck takes a lot of things. He's really focusing on the analytics. He's focusing on a lot of other things. Listen, you got to win every single day. Every single day you got to win. With the Mets having a bad record and they just keep losing, you got to win every single day, and every game is important. You can't really care about the next series. You got to win every single day, and putting David Robertson in the 8th inning was a horrible decision. There's no going away around it, because David Robertson is your best. He is your best reliever. He is your closer. He is the guy that you want to face the best of the Cardinals, which is Nolan Arenado and Paul Goldschmidt. And yes, listen, if David Robertson would have gave it up in the 9th inning, people would have understood, because that's your best reliever. Adam Ottavino is not your best reliever. He is not the guy you want in big situations to close the game or keep the game tied. Listen, I would have put personally Adam Ottavino in the 8th inning to face the 8th and 9th and first hitter rather than the heart of the lineup and get destroyed by Nolan Arenado, which already had a home run in the game. So it was a horrible decision by Buck Showalter. And I know a lot of Mets fans were shaking their head. Is he losing it as a manager? Is he's just making the wrong decisions? Is he looking at analytics too much? Is he not, managing the game the right way? Listen, I like Buck Showalter. I think he's a really good manager. But these past decisions that he's been making, first of all, Luis Guillorme pitch hitting for Mark Vientos with Luis Guillorme in a big situation. That's just not what you want. It had a lot of people shaking their heads as well. So if you really think about it, Buck Showalter he hasn't been making good decisions, and the team is not winning. So listen, when the team is winning, nobody's going to question Buck's really, his choices, even if they go wrong or right. If the team is winning, the team is winning, and not a lot of pressure is on the manager. But when the team is losing, and which they are losing right now, the Mets are just losing games, and they're finding ways to lose games. Even though if they get close, they still have fight. They still lose games. At the end of the day, you don't want to lose a game. You don't want to lose big games. And, losing a series, because of the situation with Buck Showalter, it just sucked. It does suck. It sucked as a Met fan. It just sucked to see as a baseball fan. And I don't know what Buck Showalter was thinking. It just didn't make sense to me. Why would you put David Robertson in the 8th inning? Listen, and his reasoning in the post conference, in his post interview, it just wasn't good. That's not what you want to hear from Buck Showalter. And, you know, people ask him, oh, did you really think about having David Robinson going in the ninth inning? And no, Buck Showalter said basically no. He did not really, he wasn't thinking like that. He wasn't going to put David Robinson in the ninth inning, which made no sense. It made no sense at all. Buck Showalter needs to stop looking at analytics. He needs to stop looking at other places. And he needs to focus on winning every game one by one. I don't want to hear another thing about, oh, Houston is coming up and we got to save him up or, you know, nothing like that. I want to hear that you got to win every single day and every game is important because this is bad, guys. The Mets are 12 and a half games back now, 33 and 38, just not good. This is not what you want. This is not what you want out of, you know, it's just not what you want. You know, this is a team that won 101 games last year. A really, really good team, you know, last year. So this team this year has just stunk. They have not been good. And Buck Showalter really needs to be, listen, he got to be on the hot seat because he's just not making good decisions right now. Yes, we don't have the worst record in the National League, but we're 12 games back now in the division, and we just keep losing games. And we keep finding ways to lose games. So Buck Showalter, you got to pick it up. He has to pick it up. He has to, you know, try to win every game one by one and stop focusing on the next game and the other series. And no, you got to focus on the game one by one. Yes, it's a hard thing to do, but Buck Showalter can definitely do that. Let me know what you guys think about Buck Showalter. Are you guys happy with him? Are you guys disappointed? Because I'm definitely disappointed in him. I don't like the decisions he's been making. Mark Vientos being optioned. You know, that's a Billy Epler thing, not really a Buck Showalter thing. But, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, man, that's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, definitely leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Let's go Mets, baby.